Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through a full video of how I stay on track with my diet. Just a quick ab check. Really coming in now. But first things first, we need coffee. Perfect. Gigi just chilling. Way too hot in England. Well, no, I love it. If you live in England, you know that we've been hit with that heat wave and it is sick. Topping up the tan. Yeah, I wish we could keep that all summer, but unfortunately we can't. I mean, living in a hot climate like that is supposed to be good for getting lean as well. But yeah, it's a shame. But you've got to make the most of it whilst we have it. Just restocked on some supplements. So I've got L-carnitine, but I've got the just the normal pills this time. They're a lot cheaper than the liquid pills. And then I got half kilo of this raspberry lemonade BCAA for my protein, because this stuff just tastes insane. So we're going to start our fasted cardio. Before that, we're going to have 2 L-carnitines, and then during I've got our amino acids. So you really got to make sure that you're getting the water in year round. It's so important for muscle performance. Your muscles are 70% water, as you probably know. So yeah, keep the water in. It's also, for me, it helps me with my appetite really. You know, sometimes when you think you're hungry, you could just be thirsty. But you know, a lot of people say that, but yeah, it definitely helps. Right, so we're going to do half an hour of fasted cardio. Amino acids. Great when you're dieting and just year round, especially if you're keeping it clean when you're bulking, because they give you that sweet flavour, like you're drinking a sweet drink, and it's just broken down proteins. There's no sugar in there. Well, I don't think there is. Maybe a tiny bit of sweetness. But yeah, so I use amino acids, and the main benefit anyway, to avoid the breakdown of the muscle. So get those aminos in. Fasted cardio done. We'll get a quick shower and then we'll get our first meal in for the day. Okay, showered, ready for our first meal. So when you're restricting your calories, you want to try and stay as full as possible. So what you want to do is increase the volume in your foods, but keeping it still low calorie. So one food that I always have a staple in my diet is eggs, and eggs just have a great amount of volume to them for the calories that they have. So just gonna have eggs for my meal one, low carb, pretty much just fat and protein. For meals 3 and 4, of course, I'm just cooking up some chicken as always, but I've swapped to whole grain rice now. It just gives you a little bit more fibre and it's a little bit cleaner as well. I always do that towards the end of my cut, just to really get that final push. So, got 400 grams cooked chicken breast and a bag of whole grain rice to bring to work for meals 2 and 3. Just from doing it constantly, I've got really good at pretty much guessing the amount of frozen chicken to cook, so I can get around 400 grams. I have about 400 grams chicken every day. It's pretty much a staple. Well, it is a staple in my diet. And of course that amount will change depending on how much protein you need individually. But yeah, for me 400 grams seems to fit my diet really well. Right, so we've got about half an hour till I've got to be at work, so I think I'm going to go grab a Monster just before on my way. And those are great if you're really, those are great to just crave that sugar, that sweet craving that you have. Like the sugar-free ones taste amazing, and I definitely recommend them. And you get that caffeine as well to keep you going. Because when you're on a diet and you haven't got that energy all the time, you're tired, caffeine's definitely going to sort you out. So one of the best tips I could give to stay on track with your diet and not cheat, you probably find, if you're like me, it's easier in the week to stay on track with your diet because you're keeping busy, you're doing things, you're going to work, you're cooking, you're cleaning, whatever, just doing your thing. But it's when it's the weekend and you've got nothing to, well, if you've got nothing to do and you're just sitting around, that's when you're more likely to want to cheat on your diet. So just try and keep yourself busy, try and do things like I study, because I've got a thing, I'm studying my fitness instructor at the moment, and then in September I'll be studying a degree, so it's going to help me keep busy throughout the day and on weekends, so I'm less likely to cheat on my diet really. So yeah, just try and find something that you can keep yourself busy with, and you find that the hours fly by and it's ready, and then you're already in time for your next meal. So you're going to avoid cheating. So yeah, that's just a quick tip. Right, now we're going to go get an energy drink from the garage, and then we're off to work. Absolutely lush day again.
76. Usual pomp and ceremony you get with the.
Right guys, so I'm off to work now, and I'll catch you in a bit. Just got finished up at work and gym. Sorry I didn't get any clips of the workout, it was so busy in there. But that was a quick physique update. So yeah, I'm gonna head back now and get showered and get our next meal in. So I picked up some of these, and I've been using these a lot lately. They're just 10-calorie jellies, so it hits that sweet tooth, because I have a proper big sweet tooth, so hitting those cravings is good to use these, and it's only 10 calories. There's not even a gram of carbs or fat in there, or protein, so proper decent, and I'd recommend. So as I was saying earlier, increasing your volume in your foods is really going to help you when you're on diet. So for my dinner, or meal 4, I'm going to have this Chinese mix for the stir fry. I'm going to cut up this beef, and then I'm also going to add in half of this shredded pork from Tesco's. Right, so I'm just going to eat this, chill for a bit, then I've got to do my meal prep for tomorrow because I'm working early. But just to finish off the video, I just want to say the main thing that I can recommend for sticking to your diet and getting those results, it just takes time. It's like making a habit of it really. You just get used to it and it gets easier. This is my 3rd cut now, so I'm pretty much just used to it, and each time I'm finding new ways to make it easy for myself, you know, new foods that I like. I've only really been eating stir fries for like the last few months. Well, this cut really, and that's just something that I saw online. So it's always good to look up different recipes and stuff that can fit your diet and the macros that you're having. And that is the beauty of if it fits your macros really. For me, like, I'm mainly clean eating, and if it fits your macros, it just depends how I'm feeling really. If I'm really craving, then I'll use things like those jellies. And other things like sweetness, but I try to keep it as clean as I can. I don't do like if it fits your macros where you're eating like donuts and chocolate bars and everything. But I don't do that because I don't want to spike my sugar too much. Because I really just want to focus on burning fat. That's why I keep my carbs a little bit lower. I think I'll do a more in-depth video about diet where it's just pure information based rather than like these vlog style stuff, just quick talks. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Quick hump day vid midweek. I'll try and get it up in the next day or so. Thank you guys if you're still watching, you're still here at the end. Really want to smash it all the way to 1K now, because if you saw my last video, if you haven't, give that a watch. At the end I've announced what I'll be doing when I hit 1K. I'm looking forward to that. It should be a good laugh. So yeah, thanks for checking in guys, and I'll see you on the weekend for the finale of this 12-week cut.